Hey guys, Igor Hernandez here. I'm one of the attorneys at Cornish Hernandez and Gonzalez, where I practice injury law and first party homeowner property claims. And today I want to talk to you about why it's very, very, very important that when you go to your doctor as a result of a car accident, a slip and fall, or any other sort of injury case or injury claim, that you're always truthful about your previous injuries, your previous treatments, and things like that. Here's what happens. Let's say you take a fall somewhere, it's somebody else's fault, or you have a car accident, you get into a wreck and you're injured. And obviously you're going to get medical treatment because you are injured. So you go to a doctor and the doctor's going to do an intake. And then during the intake, they're going to ask you things like, have you ever been in a car accident before? Have you ever been injured before? Have you had a slip and fall before? What medical conditions do you have? Is there anything that you've been treated for in the last X number of years? How did you feel? That kind of stuff. And what typically happens, unfortunately, is people go in there and they say, okay, fill out this form. Have you ever got into an accident before? No. What have you been treated for in the last 5 years? And they just leave it blank and things like that. And here's the problem with that. What the defense is going to do in a lot of these cases is they're going to make a big deal out of something that's not related to the accident. So let's say 5 years before you had a car accident where you went to the hospital that day and then you never got any more treatment and you moved on with your life, right? And you're thinking in your head, well, it has nothing to do with anything. It doesn't have anything to do with this car accident, so why does that matter? Well, the defense will defend the case usually on there is no injury in this case. This person was already injured from the previous accident, the one that the insurance company doesn't have to pay for, basically, the one that they're not responsible for. And so what they'll do is, one of the things that they'll use against you is the fact that you did not tell the doctors about the previous injuries. And what happens is they're going to make the argument to the jury when you try the case that how does the jury know that what the defense is saying is true, that you were injured before and this is not the accident that caused your injuries, it was the accident before? Well, the argument goes, we know that this is true because he knows that this is true. And you know how he knows that this is true? Because when he went to the doctor for this accident and he was asked, have you ever been in any other accidents? He put no. You know why he put no? He put no because he knew that if he answered that question truthfully, if he answered yes on that question, that we would find out about it and we would know what he knows. That it was that accident or that crash that caused his injuries. And this injury has been pre-existing before our accident. And you shouldn't award him any money because that is what happened. Now, obviously, this argument is made in the context of there's going to be medical doctor for the defense. It's going to say you're not injured from this accident, that you were injured before. There's going to be your previous records from the previous accident where maybe when you went to the hospital, you say your back hurt or something, but you never treated again. And they're going to add all those things up to make the final argument. But this piece of the puzzle is a piece of the puzzle that you're providing for them for really no legitimate reason. There's nothing wrong with telling the doctor that you had previous accidents. In fact, I strongly encourage that you tell your doctors about any previous accidents that you may have had. You let them know so they put them in the medical records, because the reality of it is that you had an accident 5 years before, you went to the hospital that day, you never treated again because you really weren't hurt, and you told your doctor, the defense can't make that argument. And not only that, but we can make the opposite argument, which is, you know why? You know how you know he wasn't injured from that accident? You know why you know that this is the right accident? Because when he went to the doctor, he was truthful about everything. He told him, look, yeah, I had an accident 5 years ago. He never treated. He never had any follow-up treatment, any surgery. He didn't do anything for that accident because he wasn't injured. So anyway, guys, that's it for now.